Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Golinski, and I would like to welcome you to Hazel's Heroes for November of the year 2000. This is our opportunity from the school district to present to you some of the terrific kids that we have attending our elementary schools. In this first segment, we're going to meet some students who come to us from the Edison and Hoover buildings. So first, we're going to get started right away with this big guy, and your name is?
Jonathon Hordos.
How you doing today, Jonathan?
Doing great.
See, I knew you were going to get over that nervousness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me who your teacher is at Edison.
Oh, probably the nicest teacher in the school, Mrs. Marjorie Wilson.
And how much were you paid to say that?
Nothing. I did that out of my own liberty.
Well, isn't that terrific? I bet you're probably right, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what grade is Mrs. Wilson?
5th grade.
So in 5th grade now, you probably are getting into some pretty heavy subjects, hard things to do. Tell us about what goes on in your classroom during the day.
Well, basically, there's everybody being quiet and polite as usual, and doing the, basically we're working on a 2-digit division, and most of the time it's 3-digit, and maybe even if we're lucky we get 4 digits. But basically I'm the only one in my class that knows anything about trigonometry.
And how do you know about trigonometry?
Oh, I've just heard a couple of stuff about it and learned about what it means exactly.
And can you tell us what it means?
Trigonometry is basically what an altitude of something with the theory y2 equals c squared. And basically it just measures distance, height, and altitude and speed.
So it's really a form of geometry and physics.
Basically you don't learn it until you're in college.
I think you get it in high school, too, if you're lucky.
Oh, me too.
Tell us about something that you got to participate in last month for the Hazel Park board meeting.
Well, I was doing the main and finishing speeches, and we were reading a little script there, so our words were renderless. So all we were doing, we were just nervous, knee knocking, and just waiting for the camera to roll. And during the closing sentence, I had to use the word boring, and Mr. Cox is like, "Jonathan, you're in trouble," sarcastically.
But you weren't really in trouble because you did a very nice job, Jonathan.
And also I was reading a script.
And you did help introduce Edison School to the Board of Education, correct?
Correct.
Very nice job. Can you share with us why you were selected as a Hazel Hero from Edison this month?
I was selected because my teacher thought I was an excellent citizen, showing much participation and bringing in many experiments and ideas into the classroom for us to work on and study.
Very good job. You're absolutely right. We're very happy to have you here. Congratulations on being a hero.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. But also from Edison, we have this young man, and your name is?
Steve Brokowsky.
How you doing today, Steve?
Fine.
Can you tell me who your teacher is at Edison?
Miss Brokowsky.
That's okay.
Miss Babcock.
Okay, and Miss Babcock is what grade?
6th.
Now, have you been at Edison for all the grades, or did you move in?
I moved in.
What year?
Last year.
So if you were to compare Edison with the school you attended before, what would you say about Edison?
Edison is alright for how long I've been here, but I think Alcona was better.
That's fair. Did you have more friends there?
Yeah.
Friends make a big difference, don't they? Yep. Well, tell me what some of your plans are for when you're beyond 6th grade, when you get to the junior high. Any ideas what you'd like to do?
I don't know.
Going to participate in sports?
Probably.
Which ones?
Like football, basketball. I think that's it.
Now, right now in 6th grade, what kind of things are you doing that are getting you ready for moving on and learning?
Math, social studies, English, spelling,
Bet you have some science in there too.
yeah, and we're starting to do MEEPs.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you have to do with the MEEP exams? Because some people don't know that that's the state exam that every student has to take. Can you tell us what you're practicing on?
Math, and It's to help people learn how to go on and do math and that. And it tells how much you know and what grade of level you should go on to.
That's correct. See, you're practicing is getting you there, huh? Can you tell us what you like to do when you're not at school?
I like going on adventures, playing games with my family. I'm going to my friend's house, playing sports, and that's pretty much it.
Sounds like you're a pretty busy guy.
Not really.
Not really? Do you know why you were chosen as a Hazel hero?
My teacher said I was being responsible and caring, and whenever there was a job to do, I would do it and without even being asked.
That is a wonderful thing to hear about a young man, especially of your age. I hope you never lose that. Congratulations on being a hero.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you. But also, we're going to meet in this segment two students who come to us from the Hoover building. So first we have...
Samantha, Charland.
Big voice now, Samantha. Tell us who your teacher is.
Miss Morrison,
So what grade is that with Mrs. Morrison?
4th.
In 4th grade, you're also preparing for MEP tests, right? Tell us a little bit about what you have to do.
Multiplication, division, adding and subtracting. That's like in measuring and telling time.
And you're also doing some reading stuff and writing
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
What's your real favorite thing to do every day?
Read.
Any favorite stories?
Not really.
Did you read the Harry Potter books?
I have one, the first book.
Do you like them?
I haven't read it yet.
Oh, you got to get started. It'll hook you. Tell me what you like to do when you're not at school.
I like to play basketball because I play basketball.
Are you on the team at Hoover?
Yep, I'm on the team.
Good for you. Anything else you like doing when you're there?
Student council.
Tell me what somebody on Hoover's student council does.
They're representatives, and we have presidents and vice presidents and secretary and treasurer, and the representatives have to go around and tell them if there's a bake sale and stuff like that.
So if the student council has a bake sale, what do they do with the money?
We buy stuff, but last year we saved it.
You saving for anything special?
No.
Just saving to see how much you can save, huh?
Yeah.
Tell me what you like to do when you're not at school, Samantha.
Ride my bike, practice shooting.
Practice shooting? For
basketball,
basketball? That sounds like a lot of fun. Anything you would like to tell us, since this is kind of Thanksgiving's month? Anything you're thankful for?
My mom's gonna have a baby. So.
Well, that's something to be thankful for, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hope it's a good, healthy baby and as nice a kid as you are. Congratulations on being a Hazel hero.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Also from Hoover, we have this big guy, and your name is?
Justin.
Justin what?
Justin Whitehill.
How you doing today, Justin?
Good.
Justin, can you tell us how old you are?
4.
Do you know I think you're probably the youngest student we've ever had chosen as a Hazel hero?
My grandma let me work at the car wash because nobody had to watch me. Because I worked at the car wash because I have few kids. And I like being at the car wash. I wash cars and I like it.
The car wash you're talking about was the one for the Hazel Park Holiday Basket fundraiser, right?
Right.
And your grandma went to work at the car wash to be a volunteer, right?
Yeah.
And since your grandma normally is your babysitter,
Yeah, sometimes. My mom is my mom, and we play lots of stuff sometimes. And I have a bike at my grandma's, and it has training wheels on it, and I practice ride fast with a two-wheeler.
do you wear a helmet when you ride your bike?
Yeah, sometimes
Oh, got to wear it all the time.
I do.
Okay. You practice wearing it all the time.
Yeah.
And who's your teacher at Hoover School?
Mrs. Murphy and Mrs. Graves.
Now, Mrs. Murphy, that's the CARS classroom, right?
Yeah.
CARS is a preschool program for little guys like you to help get you ready for school, but it sounds like you're doing pretty well.
hmm
What's your favorite thing to do with Mrs. Murphy in her room?
I like to build Legos, and I like to read stories, and I like to play with my friends, and pretty cool at school.
Well, I'm so glad you like school because you got a ways to go yet, right?
Right.
I hope you always do as well as you're doing now. Do you think you're going to continue to help us raise money for Holiday Basket as you get older?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so. That would be a wonderful thing. I'm sure all the people who are going to get Holiday Baskets thank you too. Congratulations.
Okay.
We'll be right back with more heroes in just a moment. In this segment, we're returning to you with students who come from the Ford and Roosevelt schools. So with no further waiting, from Ford we have...
Courtney Cowles.
How you doing today, Courtney?
Good.
Courtney, can you tell us what grade and who your teacher is?
I'm in 5th grade. My teacher's Miss Gowan.
Now, 5th grade at Ford. You really busy and working hard?
Yes.
Tell me what you do.
Math, reading, science, social studies, and we have other stuff we do.
Sounds really boring.
Yes.
All right. Now, if it's really boring, tell me why you're a Hazel hero then.
I don't know.
See, so it's not all that
I
boring.
know,
You must
I
be
know,
doing
I know.
fun.
I know.
Tell me what you really like during the day.
I like math. That's my favorite subject.
And what kind of things are you doing in 5th grade math?
Division, multiplication, and fractions.
That's not boring stuff. That's hard stuff. Are you also practicing to get ready for the MEP exams?
Yes.
But in 5th grade, MEP exams are on writing, right?
Yes.
Anything else that you remember?
I don't remember.
But while you're also in Ford School, you do some other things. Can you tell us what that is? Like service squad?
We do service squad, safety, and after-school gym.
And you're on the service squad. Who's your teacher you work for?
I work for Miss Beller.
And what do you have to do?
We sharpen pencils, wash the boards, straighten up the books, clean up the floor, wash the desks, and staple papers.
So you work so hard the custodians don't have to do anything, right?
Sometimes they do. Sometimes the floor is spotless.
I bet they still work really hard too, right?
Yes.
What do you think that Ford School should be thankful for this year since this is almost Thanksgiving?
The food they get, and I don't know.
That's okay. What are you thankful for? You have any ideas?
I'm thankful for my grandpa that lives in Tennessee. He might be coming up, and that I get food, and that's it.
That's pretty good. You know what else? You should be thankful for that beautiful red hair.
I don't like it.
Oh, it's beautiful, and someday you're going to appreciate it.
No.
Yeah. Do you know why you were selected as a Hazel hero?
Yes,
What is it?
because I helped my teacher. After school, I went to my service squad, and then I came and helped my teacher until at 5:45. And because I asked her a lot of questions about being a teacher, because when I get older, I want to be a teacher.
And I hope you have that dream because that's a terrific thing to be.
Thank you.
Congratulations on being a hero.
Thank you.
From Ford School also, we have this young lady, and your name is?
Lord Christopher.
How you doing today?
Good.
Now, what grade and who's your teacher?
I'm in 6th grade, and my teacher is Mrs. Probrsky.
Have you always been at Ford School during your school years? Or did you go to any other schools?
I've been to at least 2 or 3 other schools.
So how do you think Ford stacks up?
I think it's really, the best.
Why?
Because they have a lot more stuff you do, and they teach you better than my other schools.
What kind of things do you think you really learned well at Ford?
My math. You need subjects? Okay. My math, social studies, language arts, DARE.
Tell us what DARE is, because some people might not know.
Well, DARE is a program for kids that teaches kids how to not do drugs, and it teaches them what the drugs will do to them if they do drugs. And it's a really good program.
Do you know who teaches it?
A bunch of officers, but my officer is Officer Ferguson.
I understand that most of the kids really like that. Think your whole class did?
Yeah, they really do.
I'm glad to hear that. What else do you do when you're at Ford? Any other things that you participate in?
I participate in service squad, and I work in the kitchen.
Can you tell us what your jobs are?
In the kitchen?
Mhm.
Okay, we wash dishes, we wash the trays, and we work at the window where we're selling milk or giving kids straws, napkins, or sporks. And we have 3 different places because they might sell apples or we might give out apples over by the edge by the trays. There might be something in the middle like ketchup or mustard. And then we usually have buns or cookies at the end.
So it kind of keeps you busy.
Lots, really busy.
What do you like to do when you're not at school?
I like to play with my friends. I like to help my family, and I like to go over to my dad's house every other weekend and play with my stepsisters and stepbrothers and brother and sister.
Got a whole house full.
Yeah.
And so with all of those kids and people, what might you be thankful for Thanksgiving?
I'm thankful for that. I have a great family that loves me and a great school, and I'm thankful that I'm Hazel Hero.
And so are we, and we're very proud of you. And I'm sure all of those people are proud of you too. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now from Roosevelt School, we have this gentleman, and your name is, sir?
Robert Rasmusson.
How you doing today, Robert?
Good.
Can you tell us what grade you're in and who your teacher is?
I'm in 6th grade and my teacher is Mr. Carroll.
Now, 6th grade at Roosevelt. You've been there probably all your school years, right?
Yep.
If you were going to do an advertisement for Roosevelt School, what would it sound like?
That Roosevelt is a very good school and it provides a very good education for the children.
Is it fun to be there?
Yes.
What kind of fun stuff do they do?
They have physical education, and I like that because we get to play cool games in there. They have art, and I like that because right now we're doing charcoal pieces. It's supposed to be sunflowers, and then we have music and choir, and I like those. I like to sing. And I play 2 instruments. I play the saxophone and the piano, and band I play the saxophone, and I really like that. That's fun.
Sounds like you're a real busy guy.
Yes.
Do you have time for anything else over at Roosevelt?
Yes, we in Mr. Carroll's class we have the subjects are mathematics, language, spelling, science, social studies, and then we have homework. And I like science and math the most. I really like science, though.
What is it about science that you think you like?
Well, my favorite part of science is biology, and my favorite scientist is Darwin, I'd have to say.
I think that's remarkable that you even know that. Terrific, Rob. Can you tell us what else you do? I understand that you are captain of the service squad, correct?
Yeah, I'm captain of the safeties.
Safeties, okay.
And I've been doing that for 2 years. And before I was the captain, I had my post was on the bridge, and we have to walk the children across the bridge or across the road so that we get them out of harm's way.
Sounds like you're a real responsible young man.
Yes.
You like to be that way, don't you?
Yes.
Well, we are very pleased that we have responsible young students like you in our Hazel Park schools. So we're thankful for that, but is there anything you would like to tell us you're thankful for?
I'm thankful to be in Roosevelt School and that I'm a good child in Mr. Carroll's class.
That helps, doesn't it? I'm sure he's very thankful too, Bob. Nice to have you here. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Also from Roosevelt, we had another student who wasn't able to participate with us in the studio today, so you're going to see that interview right now. We're here at the Roosevelt School for a very special occasion. One of our Hazel heroes today was not able to participate in the studio, so we're here to participate with Rachel right on her own home ground at Roosevelt School. I'm introducing to you, this is Rachel Lobur, our Roosevelt Hazel hero. Rachel, how are you?
Good.
Rachel, can you tell me who your teachers are?
Well, one of them is Mrs. Blazinski, and the other one is Mrs. Hans.
And Mrs. Blazinski is 5th grade, correct?
Yeah.
What do you do with Mrs. Blazinski's room while you're there?
Well, I'm not in all of the classes, but I do math, science, and social studies.
So when you have to do the math and the science and social studies, are there any special people or things that help you get some of that work done? Because it's a little harder for you, isn't it?
Yes. And in my other class with my teacher, Mrs. Hand, there's this one lady named Mrs. Miller, and she helps me get my work done.
Yes, she does. Mrs. Miller will help you with all the extra work from Mrs. Blazinski's 5th grade, right?
Yeah.
Rachel, what's your favorite thing about coming to school here at Roosevelt?
Well, I like that it's a variety of kids and not just one kind.
Do you have any special friends here at Roosevelt?
Yes. My friends at the poetry class and the 5th grade class.
That's a lot of kids who are your friends, right?
Yes.
Can you share with us some of the things that you might do when you're not at school?
Well, I play with my friends and I play on the computer.
What do you like to do when you're on the computer?
Well, I like to play like these computer games.
Do you remember the names of any of them?
And there's this one game called Girl Talk, which is really fun.
I bet you'd like that, right?
Yes.
Yes. And I think you have a pet at home, don't you?
Yeah, I have a dog, and her name's Pepper.
Do you know what kind of dog Pepper is?
She's a Labrador and a Golden Retriever.
Wow, I bet she's a pretty big dog, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to have a pet at home. You know what? Can you tell us why you were selected as a Hazel hero?
Well, they used my thing off of my student of the month, and it said that I get all my work done in both classes, and I hope the other kids in my poetry class.
That's right. Your teachers were very impressed and proud of how hard you work, because it is hard for you to get some of those things done, and you get all your work done and have time to help other people. That's pretty terrific. What do you think?
I think that's pretty good too, but I don't know why Mrs. Ant selected me because I'm hardly ever in there. So,
That's because you spend so much time with the 5th grade kids, right?
yeah.
Well, you work awfully hard, and both of your teachers are very proud of you. And so right now I have somebody else here with us in our special Roosevelt studio who wants to present you your Hazel Hero t-shirt and your certificate, and that's Mrs. Ann Bashinsky, who is the Community Education Coordinator. Mrs. Bashinsky?
Thank you, Dr. Golinski. Congratulations, Rachel. And we have for you today a certificate that maybe you can frame and hang up at home, and a t-shirt that says you're a Hazel Hero, along with a certificate that will allow you to get a free sundae at Dairy Queen and 18 holes of whatever. I think we sell the golf thing, or give it to whoever, or use it. It's a wonderful thing, but guess what? They're both closed right now. So Dad will have to put them on the refrigerator with a magnet till next spring. Congratulations on being a Hazel Hero. We're so proud of you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And now back to the studio where we'll continue with more of our Hazel Heroes. Thanks. We're back now with students coming to us from the Longfellow and Clark schools. So first from Clark, we have this young lady. Your name is?
Melissa Soaring.
How you doing today?
Okay.
You're not nervous, are you?
No.
Good. Tell me, who's your teacher at Clark?
The wonderful and tall Mrs. Kenyon.
Wonderful and tall. Now, for people who don't know Mrs. Kenyon, you probably should explain that a little.
Well, she's like 6 feet tall. When she gets mad, she's yelling.
And taller.
Yeah.
Mrs. Kenyon's a fun teacher, though, isn't she?
Yeah, she takes us on a lot of field trips.
Any place special you've gone this year?
Yeah, just yesterday we went to the Detroit Library, and then we went to the Orchestra Hall.
And was there a show at Orchestra Hall?
Yes.
What were you seeing?
We were seeing the Detroit Symphony.
Was it a regular production or practice or what?
It was just a regular production.
Did you enjoy that?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about you're in 6th grade then if you're with Mrs. Kenyon, right?
Correct.
And what kind of things do you have to do in 6th grade if you were going to describe them to somebody watching?
Math, and reading, and social studies. Personally, I don't like them. But
What do you like?
gym, and music and art. Because art is our last year's 5th and 6th grade teacher. She stopped teaching to do art because she likes to draw.
Well, teaching art is still teaching, right?
Yeah.
It's just a different subject.
Mm-hmm.
And who's that?
Miss Batichewski.
And so what kind of things have you done in art with her?
We've made haunted houses and these weavings with our names on them.
Sounds like kind of fun projects.
Mm-hmm.
When you're not doing schoolwork, do you have other things you participate in?
Yes. For the last 2 years, I've been on basketball team and cheerleading, and I'm on basketball again, so I like shooting hoops.
And cheerleading, are you still doing that?
Well, I'm still deciding if I should join this year.
Takes a lot of time and practice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any time left?
Yeah.
What do you like to do when you're not doing all those things at school?
Playing with the kindergartners, since I'm a service squad for Miss Thompson.
It didn't say that on your little biography here, so tell us what you do with Miss Thompson.
Well, in the morning we'll come and we'll take down chairs, me and Miranda. She's the other helper, and we'll play a game with them till 8:30, and then we'll go to class. Then we'll come back down at 11:15 before lunch, and then take them down to lunch. Then after lunch we come back, and we play another game with them. Then at the end of the day, we take them down to the latch game. We put up the chairs.
So what kind of games are you playing?
Like jump rope and doggy doggy, where's your bone, and musical chairs.
Things to keep them kind of busy, huh?
Yeah,
So do you think you'd like to be a teacher someday?
maybe.
That doesn't sound real convinced.
I'd want to be a teacher because I like to yell.
Do you think all teachers yell?
If you're Miss Kenny's room long enough, yes.
Boy, I bet poor Miss Kenyon is going to sound like people are scared of her. Think they are?
Yeah.
She's a nice lady, though, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Just kind of scaring somebody, I think.
Yeah.
Have you been at Clark your whole time in school?
Yeah, I went to Story Hour there, so I've been in school 9 years.
For heaven's sakes. So if you were going to do a commercial for Clark, what would you say?
I would say and talk about how great Clark is and all the work that we do. And Miss Kenyon told me to tell you guys that I didn't know a thing until I got to Miss Kenyon's room. So,
Well, we are very pleased. Do you know why you were chosen as a hero?
because Miss Kenyon nominated me because I was such an outstanding student.
I think we're very proud of you as being an outstanding student. We can tell that right away. Did you know that?
No?
Bet your family's pretty proud of you too, right?
Yeah. My mom said that I was chasing Jonathon because my brother Jonathon, he was getting straight A's, so now I'm chasing him.
So you're trying to get straight A's too?
No, I'm just trying to be better than him.
Wow, I like that competition. How old's Jonathan?
14.
So you're going to follow him all the way through, hmm?
Yeah.
Good for you. Hope you can surpass his record. Congratulations on being a hero.
Thank you.
But also from Clark, we have this young man. Your name is?
Robby Hayes.
Okay, Robby, you were selected hero because of some of the neat things you do. Can you tell us about that? Do you know what they wrote about you? Do you know that the person who nominated you said that you had such a wonderful way of helping and dealing with young people? Do you know about that? Anything about that? Because it was one of the most remarkable things I think I've ever seen anybody say about a young man, and I think that's pretty cool. They said when you walk down the hall, all the little kids come around you and you give them high fives and fix their shoes and say nice things to them and pat them on the back. Is that true?
Yeah.
You kind of like little kids?
Yeah.
I think that's really terrific. Robby, tell us about you, though. You do nice things for people, and you're a hardworking young man. What grade are you in?
6th.
Who's your teacher?
Miss Ashbrook.
So Miss Lashbrook's been at Clark a couple years now, right?
Yeah.
She doing a good job?
Yeah.
Think we should keep her?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll tell her you said so. What kind of things do you have to do in her room?
Bell work, reading, math, spelling, social studies, science, and that stuff.
Keeps you busy, right?
A little bit.
Do you do any other things at Clark, like sports, or are you on the safeties or any of that?
I'm gonna join. I joined band, and I'm gonna probably join basketball.
What do you play in band, Robby?
Xylophone.
Cool. Tell us about, had you ever played that before in your life or ever
No.
practiced?
No,
How did you choose that?
'cause I wanna play the drums, and drums are in the percussion. I have to learn the notes for the xylophone.
Who's your band teacher?
Miss Gebhardt.
Well, I think you may go a long way with something like that. It's kind of a unique instrument. What would you like to tell us you might be thankful for this Thanksgiving?
My mom, dad, and my brothers and sister. And
That's okay. It's pretty terrific. Anything you like to do when you're not at school?
play on the computer and trying to skateboard.
Try the skateboard?
Trying to skateboard.
Oh, it's pretty hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you try to do all those wild tricks like making it flip?
Yeah.
Where do you practice that?
In the streets and in parking lots.
I hope you're being real careful.
Yeah.
Okay. We are very proud of you. I'm sure your mom is. I know Clark School is. And I certainly hope you never lose that nice ability to deal with young people, because that's real special. Congratulations.
Thank you.
From Longfellow School, we have a young man, and your name is?
Jacob Fraley.
How you doing today?
Good.
Jacob, tell us what grade you're in.
3rd.
And your teacher?
Klein.
Mrs.
Miss Klein.
Miss Klein. Okay, 3rd grade at Longfellow. What's your very favorite thing you have to do every day?
Gym.
Who's your gym teacher?
Mr. Settler.
What kind of things do you do in gym that makes it fun?
Kickball, dodgeball,
Like organized games?
yeah,
So you like to play different sport kind of things?
yes.
So things you probably don't like so much? Science, social studies? Or are they okay?
They're alright.
Have you done any science experiments this year?
3 so far.
You remember any of them?
Not a lot.
You have somebody new over there at Longfellow School this year. Who's in charge? Who is that?
Mr. Knapp.
So Mr. Knapp is the new principal over there. Well, how do you think he's doing?
Good.
Should we keep him there?
Yes.
Well, I think he's very happy that you said that. If you were going to do an advertisement for Longfellow, what would you say? Can you do a commercial for Longfellow?
No, I don't think I would.
You don't think you would?
No.
You don't think it's a real terrific place?
I do think. But I don't think I'll be able to do a commercial about it. But it is good.
See, you didn't know it, but you just did a commercial. Can you tell us why you were chosen as a Hazel hero?
Yes I can. Someone named Clintwood Barley, he fell down on the kickball field, scraped his knee. I helped him up and took him down to the bench.
And besides that, it says on your little biography that you were also very kind and comforting.
Yes, I was.
Is he a friend of yours?
Yes.
So I suppose you would hope somebody else would treat you the same way, right?
Yes.
Well, I bet for Thanksgiving he's pretty thankful that you were such a nice guy.
Yeah.
What do you think you would be thankful for?
Kindness.
Any people you're thankful for?
Yes.
Who's that?
Cousins. Grandma. My family.
I think that's a real good answer. And we're thankful that you were a Hazel hero. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. In our last segment, we're going to introduce some students coming to you from Webster and United Oaks School. First from Webster, we have...
Chris Peters.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Chris, you look like kind of a big guy. What grade are you in?
5th.
So who's your teacher?
Mrs. Dupes, and I'm in TOPS, so I also have a reading teacher, which is Miss Houston, which teaches 6th grade.
So can you kind of explain to people who don't understand what TOPS is? Can you tell us about it?
TOPS stands for Team of Positive Students, although there really isn't a lot.
What, a lot of teams or a lot of positives?
Positive.
Oh, I'm not sure that's true, but go ahead.
At the end of the school year, there's something called field day where you have like this water balloon thing, is that you pass it back and forth, and each time you throw it back and forth once, you step back. And there's other games. I think it's something where you had to like walk someplace with water on your head, but I think you could hold it, and then you sit down, or else you just got up and sit down, and what you do is try pouring a cup of water in it. And another thing is that then near the end of school year is that you go to the Stony Creek Beach, and you go to a lot of other field trips too in TOPS.
TOPS does a lot of special things, but TOPS is a class or a program where we have 4 different classes all working together, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, and the special education program, correct?
Right. For helping, which that is Fourth grade is Mrs. Scholes. Fifth grade is what I'm in, Mrs. Dupes. Sixth grade is my reading teacher, Miss Houston, and the helper person is Mrs. Hamilton.
That's right. And you guys also did something kind of special and fun where you held an election, correct?
Correct. We made an election about our favorite cereal, our favorite candy, and I think it was our favorite.
Drink? Was it a drink?
No.
Snack food?
Yes, snack food.
So you guys held an election. You had the place all decorated.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to do some things so that all the kids in the building could vote. How did that go?
Great.
What did you have to do? You had to register them?
Since that was for our team time, one of our team times, we do activities in it, we all switched around.
So during your team times, all the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade kids get mixed up, correct? In different groups?
Well, we're all in the same group, but what we do is every time a few classes comes, we switch to the next thing. The first thing I was in was snack food, and then I think it was the cereal, the favorite cereal. And there's some extra stuff that you do at the end. You get this flag-like pencil, and you also get an airplane, and I missed my turn. I didn't know it was time, so I didn't do the bookmark part.
But everybody who voted got to do some extra projects like the pencil and the bookmark and some things like that. And they got to take them, right?
Well, that's what you received.
Right. So you got a special prize for voting.
And you could sit at the table and color your bookmark.
So you guys held a whole school election. That was pretty cool. Anything else you think was real fun to do at Webster?
Most stuff. And Mrs. Dupes, she likes to do a lot of science activities, so we try to every Friday do a science experiment.
Are there any special ones you remember?
Well, I remember all of them. One of them is where we weighed bubble gum. We took off the 1 gram part because of the index card we put it on. First it was non-chewed and then chewed, and I think I had Bubblicious, and there was Bubble Yum and Carefree. Last time I wasn't in there, but I don't remember what the other one was last year. But there is some, you have to, one of your team members get the same piece of gum as the other team member. I'm only going to say one more, though. We dissected owl pellets.
Oh, I bet that was kind of interesting, too.
Mm-hmm. I still have mine inside my homework desk.
Oh, boy. I'm not sure I want to open your homework desk. Can you tell us what you're thankful for this time of year for Thanksgiving?
Being a Hazel hero, and for having my life how it is, my family, a lot of other stuff.
Well, I think that sounds just terrific. And we're thankful that you're a hero, too. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, from Webster, we have...
C. Yang.
How you doing?
Fine.
Can you tell us what it's like to be in, is it 6th grade?
Yeah.
Who's your teacher?
Miss Norman.
Tell us a little bit about what it's like being in Mrs. Norman's 6th grade.
It's fun and sometimes boring.
That's fair. We don't all like everything. Tell us what you like.
I like math and science.
And so in 6th grade science, what kinds of things might you be doing?
In science, we haven't been doing science a lot right now, but we're getting to it.
What have you been doing?
We've read about the metric system, I think.
Metric system?
Yeah.
So did she make you do all different counting of things around the room with metrics?
We only did take meters and put it into centimeters.
Mm-hmm.
and that's all we did.
So what other things have you done at Webster School? Have you been there all of your school years?
No, at first I moved here, and then I was in Webster School for preschool and half of the year for kindergarten. I moved up north, and I moved back here in 3rd grade, and now I'm in 6th grade.
So you've been there 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Can you do a commercial for Webster School? What would you say is good about Webster?
It's fun. People are nice there, and I don't know.
Do you participate in other things at Webster besides just the classroom?
Not really.
You're not in service squad or any of that?
I deliver a newspaper to the teachers who wants them, and that's all.
And those are the newspapers they use in their class, right?
Yeah,
So, I mean, teachers aren't just sitting there reading the newspaper, right?
yeah.
So, are you a little bit nervous about going to the junior high next year?
Not really. I'm excited.
Good. What do you think it'll be like?
I think it would be good, maybe fun.
Do you get to change class now where you are at Webster? For different subjects when you change from one teacher to the other?
No,
So that'll be kind of new, won't it?
yeah.
Well, can you think of something you're thankful for, See?
I'm thankful for having a family and for my mom and my dad, for everyone in my family.
And I think your teacher was thankful that you're in her room. Do you know what she said about you, why she selected you as a hero?
'Cause I'm nice, I help others, and I don't,
All your work.
yeah, I get all my works in for the marking period.
Because you work so hard and you're such a good example for the other kids. I think that's pretty terrific. Congratulations on being a hero.
Thank you.
And our last student for the month of November to interview is from United Oaks School. And your name?
Alicia Schomaker.
Alicia, what grade are you in?
5th,
And who's your teacher?
Mrs. Fulcher.
So 5th grade, United Oaks. We haven't talked to any other United Oaks kids here today, so you can tell us what it's like to be at United Oaks.
It's pretty fun and interesting. We do a lot of interesting things.
Like?
Like in science, we've been doing a lot of fun activities, and in social studies, we've been doing a lot of essays.
So what kind of fun activities did you do in science?
We would pretend to be bears, and Mrs. Piper, who was our science teacher, she passed out cards throughout the playground, and we had to get them and bring them back and see how many pounds we ate.
What were the cards? They say different kinds of food on?
They might say M14, that would be meat, you ate 14 pounds of that.
So what did you eat?
I ate berries and meat. I ate a lot of things.
So is that part of the Jason plan this year, or Jason project to do that?
No, that was just something to do for science.
Do you know if United Oaks is participating in the Jason project this year?
Yes, we're participating in volcanoes in Hawaii.
And can you tell people who might be watching and don't know what Jason is, anything about it?
It's a project that we do, and we learn about volcanoes, which is going to be this year.
And you're learning at the same time students from all over the world are learning, correct?
Yes?
And you get to talk to them with computers, right?
Yeah, that's really fun.
And you get to talk to the scientists who are actually working on the different projects.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do at United Oaks last year for the Jason project?
We did the space, outer space, and the oceans.
So you decorated the whole building, right?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. It was very neat. Can you tell us why you were selected as a hero?
I helped a friend in an emergency.
Can you tell us about that?
We were walking down to the store, and this dog jumped off the porch and bit my friend.
And so what did you do?
I ran across the playground. Well, first I went and told her mom, and then I ran across the playground and told Kayla Bayless' mom, which is my friend, and we called 911.
So they came and helped her then, right?
Yep.
Is she okay now?
Yeah, it's already healed.
Well, that's good to know. So is there anything special that you would like to be thankful for Thanksgiving?
My friends, my new puppy, my family,
What kind of new puppy?
Shar-Pei pit bull.
Oh my goodness, what a combination. What's the puppy's name?
Bam Bam.
Sounds like a perfect name for a puppy like that. Well, we are very thankful that you are a Hazel Hero this month, too. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll return in just one moment to present all of their wonderful heroes with their certificates and gift shirts. We're back now with the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Jim Anker, and our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Vic Mayo, who are going to present the students with their certificates and T-shirts for being Hazel Heroes. Mr. Anker.
Pleasure once again. Jonathon Hordos. Jonathon, congratulations.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Steve Brokowsky. Steve, well done. Samantha Charland. Samantha, good going. Justin Hill. Hello there, Justin. How you doing?
Good.
You get this.
Take that.
Courtney Cowles. Courtney,
Thank
good
you.
job.
Lauren.
Lauren Christopher. Pleasure, Lauren.
Thank you.
Good job. Robert Rasmusson. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Melissa Soring. Well done, Melissa. Robby. Robby Hayes. Good going, Robby. Congratulations to you. Jacob Fraley. Hey, Jacob. Way to be. Chris Peters. Congratulations, Chris. Well done. C. Yang. Congratulations, C. Well done. Alicia Schomaker. Good going. Great job.
Obviously, during this season of Thanksgiving, we are very grateful for the wonderful students that come to our Hazel Park schools. We hope you enjoyed this program that's sponsored by both the Hazel Park schools and the Hazel Park Lions Club. Please join us again in December when we bring you more Hazel Heroes.